Good morning, boys. How have you all been? I hope you all are doing amazing and that you had a restful weekend. Well, actually, not weekend, a whole week. I hope you all had a restful spring break week and that you all are ready to begin working. So for today, boys, we are actually going to do Humanities. The week before spring break, we forgot to do our activity for Humanities. So today and tomorrow, Wednesday, we will be working on 2 lessons for Humanities. So one today and one tomorrow. That way we are all catched up, and next week we will continue to do Star Alt practice. And we will start going by the calendar because we will be all catched up. Right now we're a little ahead on Star Alt and a little behind on history. So that's why we're going to make this just couple change. So for today we are going to go over vocabulary. So I don't know if you all noticed, we have a new book. And with this new book comes new units and new vocabulary. So we're going to go over some vocabulary that we will be encountering throughout the units. And once we get a better understanding of what the vocabulary means, it will be easier for us to understand when they are mentioning it in the units. So our first vocabulary is map. And I want to know, have any of you all ever seen a map? Yes, right? We've all pretty much seen a map. And a map, boys, looks like this. And it says, show features of an area of land or sea. So a map is always gonna show us an area of like land or of water. And there are many types of maps. Some maps might show you just the United States. Others might show you the world. Here they're showing us a continent and the ocean. So there's many different ones. However, a map is the same thing. It shows features of an area or sea. Our next vocabulary is timeline. And right here we have a picture of an example of a timeline. It's describing and it is showing us the timeline. And a timeline shows us when events happen and the order they occurred. So we can always use a timeline when we want to show different events and write them in order so people know what came first and then what came last. So always know that a timeline, they are always in order. Next is an image. Have you all ever seen an image? Yeah, of course, we are seeing one right now at this moment watching this video. So an image is a picture of people or objects. I'm sure we have seen plenty of pictures. I'm sure we have a lot of pictures at home of us or our family members. We see pictures of people or things everywhere. So images, we see them all the time. Our next vocabulary is graph. And a graph organizes data into a picture. So sometimes we might have some data, and in order for us to understand it or to show other people that data, we sometimes put it in a graph. That way we understand it and the other people can understand what we are talking about too. And we put the data and we can see it in a picture. And our last vocabulary for today is a table. And by table, they don't mean the table we sit at dinner or at school. Table, even though it's spelled the same, here in history, they're talking about organizing data into rows or columns. So we might see this in math or in history, sometimes even in science. It's just columns and rows, and it's how people organized many things, and it is called a table. So now that we have gone over this vocabulary, we are going to answer some questions. So please take out this worksheet. It has 7 questions, and our first question is, it shows features of an area of land or sea. This one doesn't have a title, but that is question number 1. This is the worksheet we are going to be working on, boys. Awesome. So now, do not forget to write your name and the date. Today is March 23rd, 2021. And I will be doing questions 1 and 2 with you, and you will be doing the rest on your own. So for question number 1, it says, it shows features of an area of land or sea. Is it A, a table, B, a graph, or C, a map? And if you do not remember, it is okay. We can always come back to our vocabulary. And map was one of our answer choices. So let's read what map is, and it says, show features of an area of land or sea. Is that what the question is asking us? It shows features of an area of land or sea. Yes, it is. So we just found our answer. It is map. Awesome job, boys. Now question number 2. A blank shows when events happen and the order they occur. So if we go back to our vocabulary, what shows us events that happen and show us when they are in order? Can you find the answer? Good job, boys. It's timeline. A timeline shows us when events happen and the order they occur. So I'm going to write it here in the bottom just because I don't think it will fit right here. But our answer for question number 2 is timeline. Now I'm going to read the rest of the questions. However, you will answer them on your own. So the question number 3 says, a blank organizes data into a picture. Question number 4. Image is a picture of people or objects. True or false? 5. It organizes data into rows and columns. A, image. B, table. C, map. Question number 6. A timeline puts events in order. True or false? And number 7. In your own words, what is a map? Once you are done with this assignment, do not forget to to submit it to Teams so we can put a grade for each one of you. So you all did amazing, boys. I hope you have a good afternoon, and we will see you here back tomorrow.